Hello, welcome to the last 2 weeks AI news. This series and other videos will be now on in English. I explained my reasons in a recent video. You can check that for the Turkish community. For global community, English speakers, welcome. We sum up the AI news for the last week or last 2 weeks, depending on the news. And it is we summarize it, the news, but in a technical way. I am an AI engineer, so I try to go a little bit technical on these, and that's a summary. Let's start with Windsurf CEO opens up about very bleak mood before cognition deal. So in the last months I said that Windsurf is getting a deal from OpenAI. OpenAI was about to buy the Windsurf, but apparently the deal fell apart. Google DeepMind instead hired the startup CEO and co-founder with the top researchers. This is a new method called reverse acquires. So they do not buy the company legally, but they get the top names. So they basically buy the company. And this is done because this is done to avoid antitrust scrutiny by hiring blah blah. DeepMind also bought Windsurf's technology and license with $2.4 billion, but not taking equity stake in the company. This was negative for other employees who were not engineers or top researchers, and but this ended up pretty well for them as well, because Cognition Labs, the Devons builders, bought the company because apparently they lacked the other departments. They had the researchers and engineers, and they bought the rest of the company, and all ended good, I suppose. The Klein is an IDE as well, like a cursor, and here we see a tip. The power users are apparently using Gemini 2.5 Pro for the planning mode, which the LLM thinks and plans, and Sonnet 4 for the act mode, which writes the code. Apparently this is a good combination. Next one, Google shared Gemini CLI use cases. Gemini CLI is an open source agent IDE, it's a CLI, command line. You can ask why they are not building an IDE integration like Cursor and other IDEs like Klein, for example, because in my opinion they think they are building for developers and they want to go fast, because Mistral shared a similar agentic CLI, and then Anthropic and Mistral and Google cached it. It's also open source like Mistral's one. Anyways, here in this one we can see this CLI is renaming images in a folder based on its content. So it looks at the screenshot or whatever it is, and then renames the file. And apparently this transforms slides to audio. This is YouTube tutorial repeater agent. For example, if you tried to follow a tutorial on YouTube, you might experience some packages deprecate and things start to not work. The frameworks change, the languages change, and this agent can repeat that YouTube video and fix these bugs, apparently. This is for closing spam PRs. If two PRs has the same content, it just close one of them. and business landing page creation, query SQLite database creator, and other software engineering operations can be done as well. Here we see Kimi. Kimi K2 is a massive success. It's the top open source model coming from Moonshot. Kimi Moonshot is a Chinese company, so you can think it like it made the R1 effect. The R1 effect, which means United States saying Chinese are coming, they're catching with us. And yes, Kimi K2 also caused this as well. The cost is pretty good. Oh, this is cash, sorry. $0.60 per million input and $2.50 for output. It is affordable, you can say. The model is pretty large, 1 trillion. This is huge, but it's a mixture of expert model. So in inference, it runs like a 32B model, but it requires a lot of GPUs to just install. And yeah, we can see the benchmarks. Live code bench, it is looking really good. GPQA Diamond, really good. It's in Cloud 4 Opus level, we can say. It's by the way, it's not an image, yeah, it's not a multi-model and a taught mod yet. It's not supported for now, so it's compared with non-thinking versions models, and not in multi-model way. There are some tests as well, but it's too repeated now. I don't think we can trust these tests as benchmarks, but we can trust something, a human preference. So humans select two models by not seeing their titles, their names, and this is done in LM Arena. It's the Kimi K4 is only in text board for now. In web dev and vision and search, it does not exist for now. It will be soon, I assume. But Kimi, according to users' tests, is at the 5th order for now. Mira Murati was the founder, one of the founders of OpenAI, and she left the company to create her own company, Thinking Machines Lab. And she is explaining they are building a multimodal AI that works with how you naturally interact with the world, through conversation, through sight, through the messy way we collaborate. And in the next couple of months, they are planning to share their first product, and it will be open source and will be useful for researchers and startups developing custom models. To accelerate their progress, they are happy to confirm that they have raised $2 billion led by Horowitz, with the participation from NVIDIA, SL, ServiceNow, Cisco, AMD, Jane Street, and others. And they're also hiring. You can check that as well if you're interested. And we will see good things, I hope, in pretty soon from them. So let's see a paper about optimizing prompt design. This paper, 15 July 2025, how many instructions can LLMs follow at once? And the results are, you should keep your crucial rules early in your prompt. You should break huge lists into chunks and expect misses past 150 instructions. 150 instructions is the kind of limit for now in instruction following. Reasoning models like O3 stay near 100% until about 150 rules, then drop fast, and GPT 4.5 drifts down in a straight line after 150, and smaller Llama versions like Llama 3s, they plunge really early. Even the strongest systems lands at 68% with 500 rules. So if you write 500 rules for an LLM to follow, it will only follow the 68% of them, which means 68 multiplied by 5. Which makes 390 something. And if more rules you add, it increases the response time, meaning teams must juggle speed against recall. Great. Next thing, Sam Altman, ChatGPT agents. They are aware that there are many agentic approaches coming from OpenAI now. These are really overlapping with each other. This ChatGPT agent combines the spirit of deep research and operator. Operator was an agent who were doing things like act, and deep research was the thinking, planning and thinking agent. So it combines that. Matt Wolfe was using this, tried this, tested this, and it took 50 minutes to search for restaurants and finding a good restaurant for the purpose, and looking for an available time, etc. And yeah, if you can run multiple queries at the same time, if you run the agent for multiple different things, yes, it can get you time, but it also has security risks, so you need to stay in the loop. They also say that. Sam Altman says that be careful while giving your credit card. It can be hallucinating and buying multiple things, doing wrong things, and hence you need to stay in the loop. And it really makes it hard for you to get an advantage with the product. It limits its time. And they say that on Humanity's last exam, let me remind it to you, Humanity's last exam is, according to their creators, it's the last exam. So if an LLM reaches to 95%, it means they are good as humans, according to them. François Chollet thinks differently, and I will talk about him in a moment, because there are news about ARC-AGI 3, whatever. 41% is Humanity's last exam's score. ChatGPT agent with browser, computer, and the terminal, all combined. And Frontier Math is the hardest known math benchmark, featuring novel unpublished problems. It did 27%, but it took really long, like 50 minutes for purchasing a pen is a little long, I don't know. And there are many new benchmarks, like spreadsheet benchmark, and I can't really trust them because I heard them for the first time here, so I need to hear these benchmarks from other LLM providers as well, so it kind of becomes trustworthy for me, at least. For Plus users in ChatGPT Plus, you can send 40 messages per month, and yeah, it creates a virtual machine like this after your query, and yeah, thinks it first thinks, then does something, and then thinks again, and blah blah. What is this? Oh yeah, I think it's oh no, this is OpenAI's experimental reasoning LLM. So OpenAI also work on experimental LLMs. They do not share with public, at least yet. So they're one of the experimental model achieved a long-standing grand challenge in AI, a gold medal level performance on the world's most prestigious math competition, the International Math Olympiad. So this model did not use tools or search anything, just use the autoregressive token prediction, the fundamental of the LLM. 4.5-hour exam, no tools, no internet, reading the official problem statement and writing natural language proofs. And that is interesting as well. We will see about this. ARC-AGI. ARC-AGI 3 is coming, especially in August. It will also new games will be added. Now, for now, there are 3 games environments, and according to them, frontier AI agents does 0% and humans can do 100%. Well, I tried that and dubbed that because I only could pass the first level on this. So it says press start to play. You can use these buttons WSADF, and there are no rules. I mean, there are rules, but we're not telling it to you. You need to play and learn. And I remember doing this to pass, but I have no idea. I just moved there. I like first there and then there. Like if I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I will pass. Like, I clearly did not understand the game. If you understand it, tell me. Kiro versus Cursor. So Amazon shared a Kiro IDE, and according to them, this is for enterprises, so to run their own instances, so they do not share their code with the cloud. Native integration with Amazon Q and Q Pro. This is Amazon's LLM. The full understanding of international documentation, architectural patterns, and microservices can generate complete PRs, conduct code reviews, and fix bugs autonomously. Secure by design leverages IAM, VPC access, and enterprise identity, works with large multi-repo code bases at scale. And this is the comparison. Then speech understanding model like Whisper, it transcribes, but it is a lot cheaper. Alternative, it supports these languages: Italian, Dutch, German, Hindi, Portuguese, and it understands accents. It can understand when the voice is noisy, and mixed languages also understandable. If you can check this out as well. Google DeepMind just dropped this new LLM model architecture called Mixture of Recursion, and it gets 2x inference speed, reduced training flops, and 50% reduced KV cache memory. This can, according to the writer, this can be the new transformer architecture or something between the steps. You know, it can evolve to something else as well. Context engineering paper. So prompt engineering is changing, and its name is changing to a context engineering, because the new models can follow prompts. Even the bad prompts work now. It used to not work. If you remember ChatGPT GPT 3.5 2 years ago, you need to write really good prompts, and it would affect the accuracy a lot, but now models are a lot better. Now context matters, which means the context engineer needs to be aware of what's coming into the LLM. And this is a great survey. Survey papers search all the papers in this area and defines steps like categories like future directions and challenges, relate papers, evaluation papers, implementation papers. It's all about multi-agents, memories, rank even is a part of context engineering, accord them, tooling rate, integrated reasoning, context management, context processing, context generation, retrieval. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Prompt engineering related ones, rec related ones, memory related ones, the Gorilla React, these are agentic stuff. This is about tool calling. These are agentic as well. You can check this if you're interested. And finally, this is not about this week's, but I started to use this approach in prompt engineering or context engineering. The LLM, you tell the LLM to ask questions to you and answer them if it can. And you also answer these questions, or you can just agree to them, indicate them. And I saw that model finds quirks, the little details, and with multi-turn conversationing, it leads to somewhere else and with higher accuracy. And I really suggest you to try this as well, and you can write your comments